I guess from my perspective, over the past 5 years, there's been a lot of change. Obviously, the home has become more of a workplace as well as a home. True professionals and understand what level of exposure homes and their customers are giving in terms of data and protection.
Hello everybody, my name is Sunny and today with me I have Mr. Adam Merlino, VP and GM for Asia Pacific Snap One. Mr. Adam, it's very nice to meet you.
You too, Sunny. Thanks for taking the time and giving me some time to speak to the attendees.
The very first question for anybody who's visiting Smart Home Expo is how excited are you for participating in the 5th edition of the Smart Home Expo?
Yeah, look, very much looking forward to it. I see India as a great opportunity for our two nations, Australia, America and India. Really looking forward to seeing how the market's evolved and seeing, you've got some great stands there, great manufacturers. So really excited with the show, the footprint, I guess the awareness it's bringing. So hopefully we can help build that profile a little bit further.
Talking about Snap One and the smart home market basically, how has it evolved since the last, let's say, 5 years? What have the key advancements that you have personally seen in the industry?
That's a really good question. I guess from my perspective, over the past 5 years, there's been a lot of change. Obviously, the home has become more of a workplace as well as a home. So a hybrid environment, which really brings to note the importance of good solid networking, Wi-Fi, internet connectivity, things like that. In the smart home space more specifically though, I think that there's been a lot more products coming to market. IoT devices, infrastructure devices, and now more than ever there's a need to have all these products that speak different languages, have a common platform to be aware of each other, and make sure that the home works seamlessly rather than a multi-app experience. I think that people are now more attuned to having a single point of entry to communicate with their smart home or office.
You just spoke about languages. What has been the go-to language as of now for the last 1 year after Matter was launched basically?
So I think when I say other languages, so obviously there's been many attempts at having a standard platform that all these products, IoT products, can communicate on. That's brought about its own challenges, but certainly a very good aspiration to have. I think from a Control 4 perspective, which is our smart home platform, I guess we have the benefit of longevity, commencing in 2003. So we have a bit of a head start in interoperability. In terms of, I think we have about 14,000 devices that connect to our smart home ecosystem today. And, that being said, attempts by things like Matter, Thread, HomeKit, Google Home, all those different platforms or I guess standards generally interoperate with our systems as well. So it actually expands our reach even further. I think that the most important part with all these different platforms and interoperability is defining the difference between IoT devices and infrastructure for the home. That sometimes gets confused, and I think that's important, but also more than ever, because the home's more connected, privacy and security are probably a very big, I guess, they have a lot of exposure if things aren't done correctly.
Talking about privacy and security, what are this message for the attendees who are going to be visiting the expo? What are specific offerings of products they're going to see at your booth?
Yeah, so I think in particularly digital privacy, digital trespass, all those sorts of things, one thing that's happened over my 30 odd years of being in this industry is that it very much was an enthusiast industry where people would make things work, but now integrators are more seen as advisors in the digital platforms of customers' homes. And I think that it's critical that integrators are very much aware of when they connect IoT devices and connect multiple devices together, what level of information is the home exposing to big data companies, for want of a better term. As a professional service that we offer and provide, I think it should be up to integrators to be acutely aware of those exposures and make sure that they advise their customers the best way possible to deliver the dream of a smart home whilst ensuring their privacy and protection. It's something that at Control 4 and Snap One we hold dearly. No information is passed on to third-party vendors in our certified environment. Our servers are based in North America and the data belongs to the homeowner. With all those sorts of things, what were people wanting to see? One of the big plays at the moment is AI, artificial intelligence, and what role will that play in a smart home in the future? We have launched our own AI engine in the security field, in surveillance in particular, which basically makes people aware of the things that are important to them without distracting them with unnecessary information. So from my perspective, making sure that integrators are true professionals and understand what level of exposure homes and their customers are giving in terms of data and protection. I think also the other really important part is ensuring that the network platform in the home is constantly maintained and updated because of vulnerabilities, and the network is the gateway into the home as well. So making sure that these things have all the firmware patches and updates, which we make very easy through our OvrC platform, but ensuring that they're all kept current to protect homes from the threat of digital trespass. Well, we have far more products that we could ever show at one expo. I think last count we have about 6,000 different SKUs, but obviously with our distribution partner, M2M, we are showing the platform and the control for Smart Home ecosystem and the devices that make that up. So our latest controllers, touchscreens, lighting, all the usual suspects, but also there's been major developments on the software front. We're also going to be spending a bit of time educating on our Araknis Networking platform and our surveillance platform called Luma. And all those products are underpinned by our management platform, monitoring and management platform called OvrC. And again, that makes and ensures that integrators are totally aware of the stability of the home, devices that are functioning correctly, not correctly, devices that need firmware updates. It's also a way in which homeowners are guaranteed privacy from integrators in using and looking at their cameras and things like that when they use our platforms. So it's a matter of basically bringing together, I guess, more professionalism and more awareness as to what is being put into homes and making sure that homeowners are aware of that as well.
How easy is to use Control 4's solution in a home?
From a user experience perspective, yeah, I think that's one thing that we do exceptionally well. There's always room for improvement, don't get me wrong, but certainly it is one platform, whether you're using your mobile device, your Apple Watch, your touchscreens, your on-screen navigator, so on the television set, it's a consistent user experience. You don't need to learn how to operate multiple different devices to achieve the same result. It's a consistent theme. And so that brings about familiarity. That also brings about comfort. And because in our operating system, every device is aware of each other, then we can make some wonderful things happen. The other big part of what our Control 4 Smart Home OS provides is personalization, where homeowners can create their own lighting scenes. They can create their own sleep timers, their own wake timers. So they have far more interoperability. Probably the biggest thing that's happening in the lighting space now is the healthy lighting under the circadian rhythm. So being able to mimic the sun and color control. Homeowners can even personalize that for themselves. So they can change their circadian clock to suit their operating hours of work. And that's all done through the user interfaces. So a very easy, user-friendly platform.
Jumping on to audio-video integration, what are the advancements in this segment?
I don't think a lot's changed in that high-end AV space. I think it's constantly about refinement of video and audio, which that happens organically, has done for the past 30 plus years. So the performance and level of expectations of homeowners has gone up as well, because more and more people are aware there is something better out there. But as far as technical advancements, there really hasn't been a lot of change. Projection, we've obviously moved to laser, that was a long time ago. Electronics, well, the main brands in the premium space are still the same brands that were there. There hasn't been a lot of evolution, and the codecs, whether it be Dolby Atmos, etc., nothing's really changed in that space over the past 5 years. Just better. It's just getting more refined consistently.
Events like Smart Home Expo, especially in the Indian markets, how important is it for brands and professional like integrators in this space, and how does it benefit the whole industry as a whole?
So I think in terms of my personal experience in traveling to India and throughout Asia Pacific and other countries, of course, one thing that I've admired greatly about India is the level of refinement that goes into projects in terms of customization, personalization. There seems to be another level of knowledge and experience there. India is synonymous with technology, and obviously it's evolving into a manufacturing superpower as well. I think for all of that aspect, Smart Home India certainly has a long roadmap ahead, a beneficial roadmap for manufacturers like us and many others, but also for the professional integrators that want to set themselves out of the norm, getting out of the IoT space and actually employing or deploying, fully integrated infrastructure solutions for homes, which deliver the promise of a smart home. So definitely India for me is a very big focus. What I like also is the skill set is there. It's just now a matter of educating people in what we talked about earlier in the space of privacy, digital protection. They're the sorts of things things that set our platforms apart from most of our competition.
Let me also introduce Mr. Sunder, the director for M2M, the distributor partner of Snap One and Control 4 in India. So it's great to have you on board. So I would like to ask you one question, that is how excited you are personally for the upcoming Smart Home Expo.
Main thing, the market thinks control 4 means it's only a controller. So we are now a big company with control 4 and snap one variety of solutions to the market and industry. As Mr. Adam expressed, OvrC, and we also have commercial video walls, and we have networking products which can compete with the market better manner at the entry level now. So we are having more products which the market haven't seen or not aware much. So we'll be showcasing those things, and I'm excited about that to showcase.
How do you feel that expos like Smart Home Expo really benefit the whole industry from a user point of view, from professional system integrators point of view?
Yeah, many integrators may not be knowing our products other than as I told you in the previous question, not knowing much about the other products what we have. So many have your opinion in the market. Control 4 means it's only a controller they are selling. So but thing is now we have a lot of products. So integrators will definitely get benefit out of that by seeing our products, by implementing that in their projects, and it will definitely help the market to have a wonderful products available for them now to integrate and push to the end customers.
All right, so I think it was a great conversation with both of you. I hope to see you both at the upcoming Smart Home Expo. Any other message that you want to leave with the audience and the attendees for Smart Home Expo?
Yeah, Control 4 and Snap One is very qualifyingly, investing in a very best way. They're investing and they are supporting. A lot of products are subsidized price. Actually, they have been pushing in the Indian market to make the India market to grow. Actually, without the support of subsidized prices, it's difficult for us to push those materials in the market. So definitely, yeah, a very big hand of, I can say, more than 75%, 85%. My work is only 25% here. 85% work is done from Snap One and Control 4 to support the India market, the growing market. And Mr. Adam is supporting a lot for the getting a best subsidized price to compete with the existing products in the market.
Yeah, so I think from my perspective, one thing that I hold very dear is feedback from the market. So I like to know what we do well, but more importantly, I like to know how we can improve. And so getting that direct feedback from the integrators certainly goes into our repository of information, of recommendations. And so I'm looking forward to collecting that information and sharing it with our company as well. So very excited to connect with people. It's been a long time at this scale to be at an expo in India. So very much looking forward to reconnecting with old acquaintances and new. So very much excited.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adam and Mr. Sundar. And thank you all the audience members who have joined us today. We'll see you in another episode.